So, what did God say you will do after your retirement? He has not told me, just like he didn't immediately tell Abraham what to do when he told him to leave his country and people. Genesis 12 verse 1. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will shew thee. But how can God tell you to quit your good job as a serving senior army officer without an alternative job in view? I think you just want to create problems for our children and I. The above conversation was between my wife and I in early February 2001, after I told her that God said I should retire from the Nigerian army. I was neither praying nor studying the Bible. I only woke up as usual at about 2 a.m. for my praise and worship session. As I lifted my hands in appreciation, God said it was time for me to retire from the Nigerian army, or else the nuggets in me would never see the light of day. I heard him clearly, as if a nearby friend was speaking with me. So, against the good advice of my wife, professional colleagues, and commanders, I chose to obey God. I retired voluntarily from the Nigerian army. My last day at work was a Friday. I returned home that Friday, not knowing what I would do the following Monday. Miraculously, my wife and I were still in bed the following morning, Saturday, when somebody who didn't know I had retired the previous day called and gave me a job on the phone. So I retired on Friday, got a job on Saturday, and started work on Monday. During the time I retired, the average period it took to get a gratuity processed and paid was between 1 to 2 years. But miraculously, my gratuity was paid after 72 days. 9 months after my retirement, I traveled to meet my wife in Saudi Arabia to search for a job. Not satisfied with the jobs I got, I packed my baggage to return to Nigeria and go into poultry business with my gratuity. But 2 days to my departure from Saudi Arabia, I was studying the 28th chapter of the book of Genesis when God told me not to travel back to Nigeria with all my luggage because it would bring me back to Saudi Arabia and give me a good job. When my wife woke up in the morning, I told her what God told me. God gave me a job with the Ministry of Health in Saudi Arabia, and I worked there for 10 years. 2 years into my stay in Saudi Arabia and 8 years in advance, God told me the exact time I would return to Nigeria, and I told my wife.
Somebody is about to call your number.
When the time was up, I tendered my resignation letter and applied for my gratuity. My employer wanted me to work for extra 5 years, and my wife supported the idea, but I chose to obey God by returning to Nigeria the time earlier appointed by God. It is one thing to hear from God, but another thing to obey with delight. Obedience may be costly, but the rewards are immeasurable. The The person God used to give me a job 18 hours after my retirement didn't know the surrounding circumstances until I told him 18 years later. Somebody asked Bishop Oyedepo, the founder of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, aka, how he gets things done so easily in his ministry. He replied, "We don't do anything until it is commanded." A few days ago, 51 nations across the world connected to his service. Because of my obedience, I have not experienced a better previous year in the last 20 years. God is ever so faithful.